Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the generic bingo tournament. So here we are with the winners bracket round 1, featuring Floha versus DuckSquared. Let's go. We've got the runners here with us. Just about to get started. In commentary, there will be myself and Rexy, and our wonderful tournament organizer, Rob the Gamer, as referee. So before we get started, have you got any word you'd like to say?
Let's not all speak at once. No, I don't really have anything to say, but all I do know is that we're going to be expecting some amazing Spectrum coverage from DuckSquared. But, and I heard that Floha has been testing a 3DS capture card, so we may see some very unique games being played this time around.
Yes, I would just like to say that I hope that my 2 questions that I have on stream right now can be answered during this stream.
Is a panda a helicopter? Is a duck a spaceship? Oh boy. We will certainly discuss it over the course of an hour and a half.
Thank you. I eagerly expect the results.
Alright. Well, I think if that note, I think we're good to do a countdown.
Oh boy.
As a reminder to our competitors, first countdown will be just for revealing the board. In waiting room chat, I will be posting a document that you will expand upon the goals that you will see in the board. You will have 5 minutes to look them over, come up with a plan, start physically collecting games, but you are not to start playing until the second countdown. All right?
Sounds good.
Understood.
Alrighty then.
Okay, so if you're ready in Bingo Sync card reveal in, we're going to press this button here.
Look in Bingo Sync chat and go.
Alright.
I'm going to drag you guys off for now.
Oh, here we go. Beta game is already on the card. So I wonder if Duck has something quick enough on the Spectrum to actually get by.
Duck might. I would not be surprised if Duck had something. But the thing is, a lot of older games like that, there is no beating those games usually.
I guess it really depends on the game, because with games like with Turbo Outrun, it could be possible to just get through to the end of all those courses. I think I'm assuming Wanted Monty Mole is in the same series as Monty on the Run, and that should have a definitive ending if he knows what he's doing. Power Drift would have an entire set of courses to end up getting through to the end. We've seen Monopoly and Scrabble before because that was like pure lol.
Yeah, we've seen that before, and it's always been amazing.
Wait, we saw Scrabble in a match?
We saw Scrabble in a past Bingo-thon event.
Oh, in a past Bingo-thon event.
Oh, yeah,
I was like,
Scrabble
could have been a match?
Yeah, with DuckSquared, that's what you have to expect, and it's always amazing.
I think that looking this over, I think we have a lot of easier goals this time around.
So what is it says? Listen to diegetic music. Well, what's the terminology for that?
Yeah, so I have the definition because I think this is a goal Pika came up with, and I read it and I didn't understand what it meant. So do you want to explain what it is, Pika?
Okay, so for me, when I came up with the diegetic music, it means that it's basically music heard in the world. So not music that, for example, the soundtrack like they're just heard in the background, because that's not actually heard by the characters. It's music that's actually played in the game world, if that makes sense.
So basically, if you're playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you go into Musigoza, and there's a guy just playing the Musigoza music on an acoustic guitar. Does that count as diegetic music? Yeah.
Yes, that would count.
Now, I wrote in the document, diegetic music is music that your character in-game can hear as well as you. I also said they must respond to the music in some way to prove they can hear it. If another in-game character is creating the music, that is allowed. So basically, you either need to see the person that is creating the music, or you need to be having your character responding to music. That is evident.
It looks like Floha's testing out a PS4. I think we're not the first system we're going to see.
Certainly from Floha, at least, yeah.
Also, when a race after giving either races a one-lap head start, I mean, I did mention that he's got power drift, but I think that would be too risky a game to play for a goal like that.
Mm-hmm. I know for me, most Mario Karts you could probably pull it off in is as long as you put the CPUs on like the easiest difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Crash Team Racing, you could definitely pull it off in. I've lapped them before, so giving them a lap head start is easy.
Okay, that definitely sounds like Oxide Skip if you know how to execute it.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
One of the goals that I think there's a couple goals here that have given people trouble in the past, though. This is the 4th match, but I think it's the 3rd match in a row where we are actually seeing buy a house.
Oh no. Well, I mean, you established that Animal Crossing works for this now. And what we end up hearing backstage before the fight is that Duck is unable to load Monopoly. So even if he could end up using that game to end up buying a house on the board, it's going to be very lengthy to try and grab anyway. Either way, this is definitely a case of damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, I think it's definitely since Animal Crossing has been mentioned. I think we will see that. I know like Flow has got multiple Animal Crossing games, so that's been interesting. But I'm sure there could be other ways that that it could be a surprise. I don't know what the full list of games is that DuckSquared has, so maybe there's something else that we pull out.
Perhaps we will finally also see someone get a strike in bowling.
Yes, that'd be fun.
That was on another card, but it was not claimed. That being said, we are at the end of our 5-minute time limit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull them back into live, and then we will do our second countdown.
All right.
All right, we are going to be going into our second countdown. You guys feel ready?
I guess ready is relative.
Perfect.
I'm equally ready.
Perfect. I want to remind you too that at any point during the match, if you have a question or you need clarification on a goal or a game or anything, just ping me in waiting room chat. I will do my best to keep an eye on it, but if you ping it, I will be more likely to see it faster.
I actually have a question immediately.
Is it something that you want to talk in private?
Yes. As soon as we get going.
What we'll do is I will pull both of you and we'll start us off and I will join you in voice, Floha.
Yes, thank you.
All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get going on this match. I think we're ready for a second countdown. Pika?
Yes, indeed. All right, getting started with a new countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, good luck.
All right. This is it. We're getting started now with the actual match. This is exciting.
Alright, let's take a look at what they're both gonna aim for. It looks like Floha's booted up his 3DS right away and gone straight into Pokemon X. Now that's actually a fast one for obtaining a map because your mother gives you the map in this game rather than an NPC.
Yeah, that's gonna be rather quick. In that case.
Also, has Floha set up a save file that's right after the character creation? Is that allowed?
That's perhaps the reason he may be closing the software, perhaps because he just closed, and maybe this can be able to create a proper profile or new save.
Yep, fair enough. Overwriting the save, and it looks like Duck is going for Shenmue 3.
Ooh.
So, a bit of a different jump from the spectrum we would normally expect. However, the only knowledge I have for Shenmue is just the first game, so I'm not quite too sure what you would do in the opening moments of it.
What are we watching DuckSquared play?
Oh wait, it's Shenmue 2 actually, is it? What? No, there's no way.
Shenmue game?
Yes, it is Shenmue. Oh, it is Shenmue 3, Shenmue 3. Oh no, Aberdeen, Shenmue 2. Oh wait, are we actually seeing Shenmue 1 and 2 on disc? I could have sworn out. I was looking at the game list.
That would be diegetic music. Yeah.
Oh
Wow,
yeah, good point.
Yeah, he's already sniped the first goal like barely a couple minutes into it. That's nice.
Ooh, good call. Going for someone with an erhu. A very fancy schmancy Chinese fiddle.
Floha is going into Pokemon X. First time we've seen Pokemon, I believe.
Mm-hmm. I already mentioned that this is also a good one to get obtain a map in.
Oh, but DuckSquared just got it.
Oh, oh my goodness! It's not like a map of Hong Kong immediately within the first 30 seconds. Okay, good call, good call.
I wonder if that'll change. And wow, okay. DuckSquared is coming in hard.
Oh wow,
oh my god.
Alright.
Okay, that is a horrible snipe going on the Floha right there. Very unfortunate.
What else could Floha go for now?
No, I thought DuckSquared was just in Shenmue, is that right?
That was Shenmue 2.
Oh, so now we're going to Shenmue 1?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay, so based on what I know about Shenmue 1, I don't think there's a lot you can actually do within very early on. Maybe unlock a door, but I might be wrong.
Floha's booting up Animal Crossing.
Oh wait, we got a game change. We got a game change. So not Shenmue 1.
Yeah.
We're going to a 360.
Mm-hmm.
Animal Crossing Wild World. I have not heard of this Animal Crossing.
Oh, this was on the
that's
DS.
Yeah, that's right, on the Nintendo DS. So, was it released before the Wii 1 or after the Wii 1? I don't remember.
This was released before the Wii, so this is more like GameCube era. But there was some compatibility between the DS and original Wii.
Okay, so this will be the second installment
Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds?
That's an interesting game. I've never heard of it.
See, characters with swords, so that may be an option.
Yeah. Yep, I think that could be.
Yep, I've already defeated someone with a sword.
Oh. Okay then. Bit of lag, but we got it.
Duck is coming in real strong. Wow.
Some really creative, fast games off the bat, and we still haven't seen the Spectrum yet.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, because with Duck, I was expecting like to be going full with the Spectrum, but we're changing game again, are we? Looks like so.
Looks like it.
Swapping games a bunch to get quick goals isn't a bad strategy, honestly.
If you know what games you use that can have easy goals, like at the start, yeah, that's a good call. It can definitely be tricky, of course, to estimate what games you can use it because you don't know what goals you're going to have. But we can see, for example, with Floha, the current issue that he has to face. And we have to hope that at least the buy a house goal will be worth it, and perhaps it's maybe a couple other goals he might be able to obtain from Animal Crossing. But it's definitely taking a bit of time right now to set up that file for Flo.
I could see Floha being able to sell clothes in Animal Crossing. I feel like that's a thing you can do.
Depending on the characters, he may be able to see a lion, but I don't know for sure what characters will end up spawning in.
Oh, true. We could see a variety of animals and just hope for an L one.
Yep.
Good point.
So Kappa is a turtle, so that's not going to work right away. Captain even.
Alright, so as we alluded to, DuckSquared, we're going to be getting into some interesting things here. So yeah, Looks like we're loading up a DAW system.
Oh boy.
Oh, we got a question, huh? Okay. Okay, so go. Oh, okay, so this is the post office, and that's the Pelicans. Not quite what we're looking for just yet. But yes, you can buy a house in Animal Crossing as previously established, and it's fine to actually have the house and not pay off the mortgage, which was something that was established in the previous match.
Wait, what did you say? Sorry, I was just see something else. You were saying about the buying a house goal.
Yes, that can be done in Animal Crossing. You can. I heard last time that you can own a house, and not pay off the mortgage. Oh, you trapped yourself. Nice. And they fine with just being able to get the thing that way. Oh, wait a minute! You're running for the gate. What's going to be at the gate? The dogs? Law enforcement.
Law enforcement.
Oh,
yeah,
that's creative.
That was an interesting one that he had asked me about.
Okay.
If they are law enforcement officers or the gate guards, and I was like, yeah. Presumably, the whole point of a guard is to enforce rules. So,
Booker and Copper, good call.
Fast food.
Fast food. Oh, we're gonna see.
Eat any
kind of meat. There we go.
Well, although, wait, what did we eat? That looks like a pizza.
Wait.
Oh no, that's a chicken. In the bottom left, there was a chicken.
It's a chicken.
Yeah.
All right, I was like, if he goes for the pizza, uh-oh.
We have to know what's on the pizza.
Looks like it's just a regular cheese pizza to me.
Alright, Tom Nook, as we established, is either a tanuki dog or a raccoon, depending on culture. Does not fit animal beginning with L. And there's his mortgage.
A raccoon of sorts, so. You know what else you might be able to do in Animal Crossing is unlock a door? Possibly? I don't know a lot about Animal Crossing, but
I don't think you can put locks on doors in that game.
No, I would not. I don't think, as far as I could immediately tell, there would be anything to surely unlock. I think you mentioned sell clothes earlier. I think this one is more likely. Well, for example, we see, that Tom Nook just gave clothes to Floha, so I think. I mean, in theory, he could sell that. And is that what he's going to do?
We'll see. What was it, a cloak?
Receiving a plant. Oh!
A police car swoops around the corner and arrests you on a charge of obscenity. On a charge of obscenity? Wait, what?
Obscenity?
What is this game? What is going... We're playing a text-based adventure game over here.
I didn't even pay attention to what game it was, but welcome to Europe.
It was called Urban Upstart, I believe.
Okay, so Chaos the Battle of Wizards. What are we going to end up getting here? Board game, I guess.
Has Floha not gotten the house yet?
I'm not sure yet.
He's got the house, but still has the mortgage applied to it.
Well, yeah, but we said that's fine.
We did.
I'm not sure if any of us know what DuckSquared is going for here.
Yeah, I guess.
Possibly trying to get a snake to defeat? I'm seeing animals, so maybe looking for an animal
with an L, maybe?
With L? Oh, looks like we decided to abandon that game.
Yeah.
Oh
it
no,
looks-
we're just reloading it.
Because there is a snake featured like on that title screen, so perhaps it should feature snakes, and maybe that's indeed what.
Okay, so it's an 8-player game with 7 computer characters. I'm trying to really watch what Duck's doing here so I can get an understanding of this.
So let me see. A tactics video game. Be the last wizard standing.
Ghost Farm, Direwolf. So from my understanding, it's basically like a text-based battle royale game.
I guess that's the brief understanding that we can get from this.
Yeah, my guess is they're trying to either look for an animal that begins with L or defeat a snake. Or a shark, maybe?
Okay, so it's definitely not Tipper. That's a cow.
No.
Also, it's a shame we don't have house and cow on the board, but this game does have a cow and many houses.
DuckSquared got an animal. Oh, there's a lion. I saw
Line.
it said lion on screen.
Yep, that's a lion!
Also, I'm noticing that in the top left, that green thing looks an awful lot like a snake.
I guess it does.
I-
But the character
say
has
it's
to
a snake.
defeat it first.
I'm curious. Well, they have to be the one to defeat it, I think. This is. I'm so confused. But yeah, Duck is coming in. I don't know if we've seen anyone come in this strong into a match yet. Live notification.
I'm wondering what. What can happen for Floha to catch up on that? But as any bingo matches, we'll know
Unless
that
defeat a
things
snake.
can change. There we go.
King Cobra. Yep, there you go.
A whole column taken there. That's a
Yep.
bingo, technically.
Mhm. At the rate this is going, this could be the fastest match up.
Oh my god! Wait, is that because there's a
There is a
Pegasus.
Pegasus. I doubt you can just get on it and ride it, though.
because I'm thinking, can he fly on it?
I find that unlikely. Oh?
Ride a flying creature.
Dismount wizard. Oh no, they are flying it?
Looks like it.
Well, yeah, but it seemed like they were controlling it. I don't know if their character was riding it though. I'm gonna have to inquire about that. We'll inquire about that at the end of the match. Because I'm not positive that was
Well, if we're getting tinted on the moon now.
accurate.
Now I'm kind of wondering exactly what can happen in a space shooting game.
Ride a vehicle on fire?
Maybe. Oh, well, I mean, it is a rocket ship, but can a rocket ship catch fire in this game?
I don't know. I don't know the game.
What did I say?
No. Wait, there was. Oh yeah. But yeah, that's not going to count.
I mean, we saw fire, but the fire got extinguished. That's not going to work.
I mean, I'm not sure it would really do anything because, I mean, sure, if we're inside the spaceship, technically the spaceship is on fire, but if it's just a single fire inside, I don't think that will count. I think you need the entire spaceship to be on fire.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I'm not. All bombs disarmed. We disarmed bombs? I'm very confused with what's going on.
I honestly don't even know what Floha is working towards, and I've played this Animal Crossing title. I mean, there's a difference between defeating a shark and catching a shark. And I don't even think they're around during the month of April anyway.
There are sharks in Animal Crossing?
Yeah, you
Yes.
usually fish for them during the summer.
You can fish up a shark?
Yes.
Yes.
Jeez.
I remember that was one of the
Why?
activities I loved doing when I was a kid, like playing this game with my friend. We would just go shark hunting. So yes, that is a thing in Animal Crossing.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm not sure because yeah, how do you define?
Oh! It just occurred to me, I think, what Duck's doing.
Oh, what do you think?
I think Duck is beating the game.
Oh,
Well, then
We-
you'd be
we
like
kind
a
of
fast
forgot.
enough Spectrum game somewhere, but if you think that's the thing, then yeah.
I
What
mean,
does that work?
I have no idea.
I mean essentially because we don't know how long those games are, but you know it's probably going to be easier to reach the end of that.
Oh, I think I can
compared to many
see
other
what Floha's actually doing. He's gifting villagers and hoping he'll receive cloves as presents to sell back to Nook.
I mean, oh yeah,
What?
because I mean, I know he received the shirt from Nook earlier. Couldn't he sell that back? Oh wait, I think that was like the
It was a
Nook
work
uniform.
uniform that could not be sold.
yeah, they were exploited.
We got a question from DuckSquared. Sending letters at the post office. Well, I mean, you've got an option to end up mailing letters out.
Actually, Actually, hang on.
Right, a vehicle that is on fire. Well, I mean,
Well-
the spaceship was on fire. No, I mean, the spaceship that he was moving around was on fire, but it looks like there was a question from DuckSquared regarding this anyway. We were just like, oh, and he discussed that idea. Okay, well, that's a letter sent. If write a letter and send it to someone is on the board at all, then that would have been something for Floha, but why is he doing this? I mean, he's already, like, 9 goals down, and, seems like he's unsure as to, where to go from here.
At this rate, I'm not sure how much Floha can do because, I mean, I think because Duck is already at 10 goals. If he reaches 13, yeah, that's basically it for Flow, isn't it?
I'm gonna tell
is that-
both of them that even if Duck gets to 13 to keep going for now.
Okay.
Guys, there's now a couple goals that I could see us having to overturn.
Hmm.
Because, like I talked to Duck about, and I mean, we can talk about it here. As far as I can tell on this rocket, they fly the rocket, then there are fires, so they stop to put out the fires. Then, see, they took out the fires, so now they control the rocket again. And then, when there are fires, they stop, put out the fires, you know what I mean?
Oh, it gets on fire and then stops being on fire, and then keeps on going back and back and back and forth.
Right, so, like, are they ever controlling it while it's on fire? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That's
I gotta
like-
join Floha.
That sounds like a no.
I mean, to me, you should be in a state where you control the vehicle in question and you're actively controlling it while it's on fire, and like wholly on fire, I guess. A ball of flame.
Alright.
Welcome back.
I think
it looks
Floha
like
was
Floha-
trying. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Floha was under the impression you had to partially pay off the mortgage at least.
Oh, there we go. We finally did get by a house.
Yeah. Alright.
So, okay. Afterwards, what is Flo gonna do?
Well, I have this feeling that he's still going to end up trying to find a way to sell clothes, if at all possible.
Either sell clothes or drink water, maybe?
I don't think there's an option, or maybe I'm misremembering. I don't remember being able to drink stuff, but sell clothes.
Oh, I have no idea. Like I said, I don't know Animal Crossing that well. It just seems like something you could do.
There are drinks in Animal Crossing, but not this early into the series lifespan.
I was gonna say, this must be an early Animal Crossing game, like the second one or third, maybe?
It is the second one.
Okay, second to the GameCube one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The only Animal Crossing games I'm really familiar with is the original I'm familiar with a bit, and then New Leaf.
Yeah, Wild World I played a bit of when I was much younger. I also had New Leaf and New Horizons, so that's been my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the goal isn't drive a vehicle that's on fire, it's ride a vehicle that's on fire, which you're still riding a spaceship when not actually controlling it. Okay, you're getting a bit of technical, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tricky situation because the description does say you control the vehicle, and I probably will rephrase that in the future so that it says drive instead of ride. I think that's more of a mistake on my part. But DuckSquared has beaten the game, so there you go. They have made it to the moon.
Yay!
But now what is always the question.
I mean, Floha's running around in circles. I don't know what the end goal is. Trying to look for flowers to water for Nook?
I'm not sure.
Oh, Dizzy!
What?
Oh, we're getting a Dizzy game here, which I heard is more of a mascot platformer thing for the Spectrum, but I'm not particularly too familiar.
Well, apparently we unlocked a door? I didn't see a door get unlocked.
I would have to end up going back on the replay just to end up taking a look at Duck's steps for that, because that was lightning quick.
Yeah.
I'm very confused at what's going on DuckSquared at the moment. It's just...
Well, I think Duck's trying to figure out what their next thing is.
probably just idle.
Alright, well, I'm gonna have to end up clicking back on that, bit and getting the replay. So... Okay, so it looks like there are quite a few things that were collected in the inventory, and Dizzy walked towards the door to the far left. And he ended up setting the door on fire, so that's how he ended up getting out of there. So, I guess that's one way to unlock a door, completely decimate it!
It's destroyed, I guess that I cannot unlocked. What is the actual description of it? It says how it got unlocked is not important as long as you unlocked it. So, since it says how it's unlocked is not important, then it's considered unlocked in that case.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you can get past the door. So there we go. I guess set it on fire. A legit way of getting food. Fantastic world. Fantasy World it is in now. Okay, now we're getting more of those now.
Okay. Duck was inquiring about, because currently, I don't know if you saw, but they had taken a couple leaves and lit them on fire,
I noticed.
and they were wondering if that was a campfire.
Oh, a campfire?
And I said that the rule specifically says you need a couple sticks or logs on there, so,
Yeah, it is unfortunate, but at least fire is legit to unlock a door.
Yeah, I'm still not positive about unlock a door. That's another one I'm gonna want to ask about. Yeah, Duck is making very short work about this. And then
Very
Is he reaching a mountain top? Is that or?
So Duck did
Oh, there it
ask if. So this is the top of a volcano. Duck had asked if a volcano is a mountain, and a quick Google search confirmed that yes, a volcano is a mountain. So that is what Duck did.
I guess so. That's a definition of a mountain, for sure.
So Duck is now at 13 goals.
I did tell them to just keep going for now. Just because we got the time, and I kind of want to see how far they go. I think this is showing that Duck is definitely going to be a strong competitor for this tournament.
I did say that mostly because of the Spectrum library and how unpredictable it can be.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, even still, you can have that many games, but if you don't know them that well, then they're not going to help you that much. Duck was able to quickly pull together goals into very specific games and come up with a very solid plan. So I think that's not only, the catalog of games, but I really do think that it's showing a very strong knowledge of the games as well.
Absolutely. Okay, so it looks like Floha has finally done the work tutorial. But we've got a flower festival happening, of all things. Not like that would help us.
I want to sell. Oh, what are we selling? Oh, that looks like we're selling some clothing.
There we go!
Let's go.
Okay,
Yay,
that's a long way to just selling clothes, but there we go!
Yay!
Yeah!
We do have some interesting goals that I think are gonna... I'm very curious if any of them will win a game of tag. Now, I did give a very relaxed definition of what tag is in this context. Because, it'd be a little hard. So I say you have to either chase after someone and tag them, or run away from someone trying to tag you. So it doesn't have to be a back and forth game of proper tag.
So if it's something like a tag race in Sonic R, and you could just end up touching everyone to end up winning the thing, could that potentially work for a game of tag?
If the goal is that you're chasing after them and touching them, yeah.
Nice.
Or another example, if people know the Pokepark series, in those games, there's a game called Chase, which is basically just like your opponent will run away from you, and you just got to catch them and grab them, basically. So it's a pretty relaxed definition of tag. Either you're chasing after someone or someone is trying to find you. I think it's more likely we'll see the former than the latter. There is one game I could think of, though, where someone would be chasing after you and you have to not get caught. Which was, what's the name of the game? Emily Wants to Play. Which is a horror game, but...
Alright, we're getting Wii Sports Resort from Floha. I guess you could put See a Rainbow depending on what course you're going for.
You could also probably do the bowling, I'm guessing.
I mean, that's in the original Wii Sports, not the Resource one, isn't it?
Is
I
bowling
think
not
it's-
in Resort as well?
I'm not sure.
I think it's in both. I know
Okay,
that tennis
yeah.
is in both.
I will say, it seems like Duck has started losing steam. Technically, they have 13 goals. However, there are 3 goals currently that Duck has marked off that I'm like, at least gonna have to inquire on if they were done correctly. If they were mismarked and not completed correctly, then they will be awarded a Floha instead, which is also part of the reason why I told them to keep going.
Oh, we're not getting Wii Sports Resort, or did the system break?
It looks
I'm
like
not
it's stuck on a black screen.
sure. We're going
Like-
to homebrew for some
Isn't it-
reason.
Hang on, isn't homebrew banned for tournaments like this?
I'm gonna check in with Floha and see what he's doing with homebrew.
I remember he asked if it was to load in a game that he already owns. I
I'm
think
just gonna check with Floha and see what it's
yeah,
for.
it's supposed to check. Because I remember him asking a few days ago about it, and I think if it's to load up a game that you do have allowed, it says reading DVD state, like on the screen. So I wonder if it may be that he's maybe the region settings of his console are not correct, and he needs to load up via homebrew the game disc. Maybe is that the
Yes,
idea?
that's-
Perhaps.
If it was, then I don't think that the splash screen for Wii Sports Resort would have shown up immediately.
Yeah, I don't know. And oh wait, Mossmouth. I didn't see what oh, Spelunky. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen anything of that game. So, if we're gonna see Spelunky from Duck, what's that gonna be?
Alright, how to stop with both of them. Floha basically is having issues getting Wii games to play on his console, which is why they went to homebrew to try to see if they could load the disc through there, but that also didn't work.
Oh,
And
that's unfortunate.
DuckSquared, Duck, meanwhile, has determined, I think, the next goal they're going to go for, which is obtaining a box, and wanted clarification that picking up a box is the same as obtaining a box, which I said yes.
Ah, right. Okay, yeah, I see.
Looks like Floa's trying again with Wii Sports Resort.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think there was an issue. I think Floha was having tech issues and it wasn't loading. Yeah, see, it seems like it's still not loading.
Yeah, I've got no signal.
We've got the Cuff has got the box. And clearly showing to us that Duck did get the box by jumping around with it.
Yeah, looks kind of like a crate, but what is a crate if not just a wooden box, I guess?
I mean, in that case, what would you define as a box?
No, I'm saying
Yeah.
a crate is a wooden box. That's what I'm saying.
Ah, right.
So I'm saying it's fine.
That could be the
That is-
second goal that within Spelunky that Duck could be doing.
I don't know, maybe build a campfire or drink water.
Floa switched
I
to
don't know
Wii U.
that well.
It's been years since I played that
on
game.
the Wii U, Floha can load up the game.
Possibly.
Oh.
Okay, I guess that's not working either.
Well, I think Floha was just trying to get the controller paired.
Possibly.
And is now okay.
Yeah, I think he also needs. Oh. Finding stuff that could be relevant. I'm just thinking, are there sharks in Spelunky? Let me see. I'm not seeing anything obvious immediately about it.
Okay, so going away from the Wii U to the actual Wii.
My apologies for not having chat open before. I knew it was going to be this. This is literally not Twitch chat, up. Hi, chat.
Okay, it looks like we're actually getting an actual notice about using the remote. The game is working! We're getting Wii Sports Resort!
Let's go!
Woo! Alright, now we just gotta get a strike. Now, getting a strike, you could get that first throw, be done 10 seconds. Boom. You could also be here for 10 minutes. So,
Go, Floha, go! Go, Floha, go! You can get the strike!
Alright. Oh, we zooming in. Aiming real carefully. Ball is out. Ooh, an 8-pin.
Oh, it's gonna be a spare.
Not even a spare.
Oh, I mean, it's a little
okay, we get another shot.
anyway.
Let's go, Floha, you can do it.
Little bit of spin. Ooh, a 9 hit.
Ooh.
That was almost gonna look like a split.
Ooh, gutter.
Okay, that was definitely not the right way to apply spin at all.
Yeah, wrong direction. Oh, another hit.
Oh.
And the split now. I think we're gonna need the power of Synth Cat and those bowling skills during the Wii Sports Blind Bingo and transform over to Floha. We've got some resentment for bowling in chat as well. I feel ya.
I just thought of a really interesting game that I could do for bowling if I were in this. Oh my goodness.
What are you thinking about?
So as bizarre as it is, I talked before about using potentially SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. Just occurred to me, you could also use the PC version. Not a lot of people.
Why the PC version?
So in the PC version, for people who don't know, because it's not a good version of the game, it's a CD-ROM version of the game, basically. And if you go to the one of the levels at the very end is a bowling game, where you're like in a bowling alley and you just bowl.
Hey,
I don't even remember what level it is.
Okay, well that's knowledge out the window. Here I was originally thinking of the bowling sock in Jellyfish Fields.
Well, that too. That would actually probably be faster than the CD-ROM. But I have CD-ROM on the mine recently. I just got a old game of mine working for the first time in a long time.
Turns out, according to Google, this bowling everything is in downtown Bikini Bottom?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. So I think you do like the first 5 stages of downtown Bikini Bottom and then stage 6 is the one. So it took a little bit of time to get there. But it would certainly be that would be an interesting game to use, I will say.
Oh wow, I'm looking at the video now, and it looks like the PC version of BFBB is a completely different game.
It is. It also would have to. I would also have to potentially figure out how to draw the line on emulating, because while I physically own the CD-ROM, you can't play it on modern PCs. You need to use a Windows 7 emulator.
Yeah, that's the difficulty of older games, I guess.
Yeah. So now it'd have to be a question of, well, what kind of emulators can a kid use? Oh, did we just get the strike? There we go! We got a strike!
Right.
Yeah!
Let's go!
Get in there, Floha!
Woo! That didn't take too long.
It only took about, like, 2 full games.
Yeah, I think that took like 4 months. It could have been a lot worse. Alright, what the sports do we got here? I don't know this stuff. Oh, we're going a road race.
Oh, right. There we go. So probably going for the winner races, we're giving all the races one lap head start.
Yeah.
So I guess it's possible to do so in a cycling road race in here?
But here's the thing: is it looks like this race was 1 lap.
Well, it said through a circuit. So how could there be a 1 lap head start? I guess he's not going for it. Maybe he's going for someone else. See a rainbow? Maybe
There's a rainbow, maybe. Yeah, maybe there's a rainbow.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh wow!
Yes. Energy and drink some water.
Is mayonnaise a percussion instrument? What is this game? Mayo Edition? What? What am I watching? My name is Mayo. What is this game, Doug? Doug!
The real life tapping of a mayo jar. Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god.
Oh my.
Mr. Masagi Mayo Edition? What in the actual... What?
Well, we got the SpongeBob reference.
That being said, just to be clear, mayonnaise is not a percussion instrument.
It should be an actual.
I will say that for the description of that goal, it does say it must be primarily hit to creating noise or music. Otherwise, you could argue that, like, a car hitting another car is a percussion instrument. Like, you gotta draw the line somewhere. It's gotta be designed for making music. What else do you use an empty jar for, Nordic? I don't use an empty jar for anything. I throw it in the trash.
Well, is throwing items into the trash considered music?
No!
Well, you know, you just throw things in rhythm in the trash. You can make a symphony
Oh my
out of
goodness,
trash.
they're both gonna go for racing. They're both going for the race.
Oh, yeah. Mario
Racing for the racing goal.
Going for hot shot.
Oh my god. Okay, so we had the shark race the other day.
Mm-hmm.
With the, now we're gonna see the race.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna wonder like what kind of strategy both players would have to defeat a shark. If Floha has NSO, then that would mean having the NES, SNES, and Game Boy libraries available. But what could Duck potentially counter with that if he decides to go for it? It looks like Floha's going for the Crossing Cup. And starting at Baby Park.
Alright, we just had two very interesting questions be asked. Floha was asking if all the racers need to lap him, or if only one. And I said only one. And then DuckSquared, as Seafood in, or as Panda in chat asked, was wondering if Cops and Robbers is tag. And after a split second of talking it over, I decided yes, it is.
Okay, so it looks like Baby Park is a smart way because it's a small course.
Yeah, it's a very short course. Lap only takes about 15 seconds, so you're not waiting that long. And yeah, you can easily catch back up. I mean, we're already almost caught back up. You do get 7 laps instead of 3. But
Yes,
each lap's only 10 seconds, so like, not that big a deal. I mean, we're on lap 4 and we're already in first, so. What is the name of this game that Duck is playing?
He did say something about a tag mode in this game.
Yeah,
He's doing this.
Cops and Robbers. I'm just asking what the name of the game is.
Oh, it wasn't like Hot Shots. I've got the entire list of games here. Hot Shot Racing.
Is that what this one is? Hot Shot Racing?
That's what I saw.
Okay. I'm trying to keep track of
Blue Shell!
Alright, there we go.
Oh, that was scary. The blue shell. But to be honest, it looks like Flo managed to catch way far ahead.
Will Floha think of it? Wait. Oh my goodness. See a rainbow. It does not specify it has to be in the sky. If Floha goes to Rainbow Road.
I mean, I think that's one of the things people would instantly think. Usually, wouldn't it?
Yep, there we go. N64 Rainbow Road. That would count.
Wait, no.
So
wait, oh, you see which one is the best?
It doesn't matter. They're all rainbows. It says it in the description. Good enough for me.
I mean, that's because the road itself is, of course, the colors of a rainbow, but not an actual physical rainbow. So that's a.
Right. Yeah, I would say it counts.
Wait, since when is there the weird rainbow road on Mario Kart 8?
It was part of the last. It was part of the last DLC wave.
Oh, right. Okay.
We're not getting the marked goal just yet, so maybe he's going for something else? Or he's putting out.
Does it mean well, and he didn't mark the goals here, rainbow. So, oh, he did. Because yeah, all he had to do. Yeah, all he had to do was actually see it. He didn't need to actually complete the race.
No.
Not at all. Yep.
Well, I did not need to complete the race, but I saw the rainbow.
Exactly.
It was a road, but it was a rainbow. It's a rainbow.
I mean, obviously, Duck completed, all of his goals, very quickly at the beginning of the match. But if it wasn't for the fact that, I guess, technically Duck has technically won, Floha is still catching up pretty well.
Well, here's the thing that's actually really interesting, okay? So as I said, there's 3 goals that I'm going to have to question Duck about. Suppose all 3 of them get overturned, that means that right now, Duck's only up 11 to Floha's 10.
So things could change.
Things could change. I don't know if they really will, but Rainbow Road is a rainbow.
Both players are thinking about their next step, especially if Floha still hanging around at the title screen.
I'm confused. Did Duck end up giving up on the Cops and Robbers game of tag?
I have no idea. We suddenly end up back at the title screen. Software was closed because the game card was removed. Oh, Floha, you're meant to deal with things safely, okay?
Always close the software before removing the game card. I can remember
Oh
there
my
was
God.
one time during like a generic bingo years ago where I was like forcibly closing the disk drive on a console just to
Oh,
save a
no.
little bit of time. So you know, we're in
Yeah.
Super Mario Party.
Maybe there's a tag minigame in there. Maybe there's a music minigame in there. Maybe there's something we could beat up sharks? I mean, Mario Party can have just about anything.
Yeah, with the mini games have a lot of potential for goals.
Why is DuckSquared keeping on retrying the race over and over and over again?
I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe it's because he was waiting for the chance to use the police car?
Maybe they were waiting. Maybe they were waiting to become the officer themselves.
Okay, so we're into Party Free Play, so I guess it all goes down to knowledge of all the minigames that are here.
Well, it looks like Floha is just looking at all of them. I don't know if he's looking for a specific one.
Yeah, perhaps it's just
can't-
hoping.
Yeah, I can't think of any specific mini game.
Doesn't Super Mario Party have like 100 mini games from all different Mario Party titles or whatever?
They have a lot. Yeah. Or no, not Super Mario Party. Super Mario Party, I think, is all unique mini games. I think you're thinking of top 100.
Oh, that. Whoops. My bad.
No worries. That being said, there is definitely a chance that there is some sort of a minigame about tag, or some sort of a minigame about playing the percussion instrument. I find it unlikely that you'll be able to build a campfire and defeat a shark, but it wouldn't be the most outrageous thing.
I've seen some party games before that have music mini games, so I'm hoping that a Mario Party one would have something like it.
Yeah. It looks like Duck has given up on hotshot racing.
Trying to look for another option
Yep.
out of what's around, I guess.
Similarly, Floha is giving up on Super Mario Party, so
Hmm.
Duck going to a 360 now.
I mean, we're already on the 360, just loading up a game in the library. Midway Arcade. Oh, we're getting a Midway Arcade compilation. Okay, then.
I mean, those are definitely allowed.
Rampage. Hang on one moment. I know there are like big monsters you can defeat in Rampage. But then I couldn't remember there being a shark. Oh, we're still gonna keep on going, huh? Chicken through the games.
Here's the thing, though, is if Duck doesn't know each of these arcade games, like just based on the titles, he might be able to figure something out.
Maybe.
I wouldn't know, like Smash TV, maybe you can defeat a shark in it. I wouldn't know.
Looks like Floha's going through the NES library, trying to see what sticks out. Oh, are we getting 2 players?
I will say that I did specify in the rules that if you want to play one game using 2 controllers, that is allowed.
Mm-hmm.
I found it unlikely that people would be using it for anything, but it's certainly possible.
Question is, are there even any tag games for the NSO NES library?
Maybe. So, let's think here. Win a game of tag, what games would you guys use?
If I was playing it, then I would use Toy Story Racer, but that's assuming that I would end up going up towards a tag from a new save. I'll need to figure out how early that is.
I think Pokepark Wii is what I would go for, because you can do that in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's weird because I can think of an odd example, like, but probably it's too deep into the game for that. I'm just thinking of those those, I forgot the English name for it. In Wind Waker, there's those kids with whom I think you can play tags with. I forgot the English name of the island in Wind Waker, but it's still technically early game, but getting there is probably gonna take like for at a casual pace, it's probably gonna take like an hour or so. So obviously that's not viable. But yeah, for build a camp. Oh, go ahead.
I think Duck might be hoping there's a shot here.
And yeah, probably. Well, it looks like at this rate, it's more like they're gonna get eaten by the shark if there is one.
Yeah.
Definitely do not go around downstream in a floaty if you know for sure that there's a shark going in.
For build a campfire, Flo could probably load up a game like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom and build a campfire on there, but no.
I'm curious, Rexy, if you have the same thought I do about building a campfire.
Oh, wow. I know what you mean by sticks, but is it? It's not doable in Minecraft, is it?
You can make a campfire in Minecraft, you can. But that's not what I was thinking of. What I was thinking of is, you ready for this? In Spyro the Dragon 1, in Dark Hollow,
you can leave.
There's a TP of sticks perfectly there for you.
Yes. Oh yeah.
That you can light on fire.
Ignited. Yes, you can. You can.
Terraria would take out campfire and shark. True. Would I consider a tag team wrestling match as a game of tag? No.
I thought for building a campfire you would have to build the campfire from scratch, not set one that's already pre-made, but good call with Spyro 1.
I think Floha is officially throwing in the towel. Even if all 3 of those goals did get overturned to Floha, that would still give Duck an 11-10 victory. So I think this match is over at this point in favor of Duck.
I guess so.
I will check in with Duck though and see if they have something they're going for, and if so, I'll let them finish what they're going for. But let me check in with them.
Bit of a shame that Floha doesn't have the Game Boy. The Game Boy library from NSO. Because as demonstrated yesterday, Super Mario Land 2 is a given if you know what you're doing.
Oh, is there lots of stuff you can do on there?
I've been doing some generic bingo practice a few months back when I used Mario Land 2 for a lot of things.
As I suspected, Duck was just gambling on there being a shark somehow, so I think we're gonna go ahead and pull them both in and let's end this match off.
Well, yeah, let's.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Oh yeah.
GG.
GG.
That was
GG's.
quite a mess.
Ooh, yeah, it seemed like you had a really rough start, Floha.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't start with the best game, honestly. I mean, I wanted to start basically with Pokemon Obtain a Map. Duck got that goal way too quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went straight into Shenmue, and you can buy a map like about
Yeah.
50 seconds into the game. So
I mean, initially, my plan was to boot up Persona 5 to get arrested, but I didn't have Persona 5 installed.
I don't know if anyone saw how I did that one.
Yeah, so I kind of noticed that. I want to make sure that because I only half saw what you did, and I'm really curious if my mind filling in the rest is correct. Because what I saw was you left a house and was arrested for obscenity.
Yeah, so
And I'm very curious.
So it's a text adventure game.
Yep, we saw that.
And if you type in a swear word, you get arrested. So
Okay.
I typed in a swear word and got arrested.
So you swore in public and got arrested for obscenity. You can tell that this game was made about 40 years ago.
So, the best part is it's only one room away from actually finding the law enforcement officer as well, but so I'd already marked that one.
Yeah.
Managed to beat me to that one.
There were a couple goals that you had marked off, Duck, that I wanted to go over because I wasn't 100% positive if you had done them or not, and I wanted to talk them over.
Okay.
So, ride a flying creature. We saw a unicorn, or it was Pegasus, I guess.
Pegasus, yep.
Which is definitely a flying creature. Was your character riding it, or were you just controlling it?
The character was riding it, so you can in Chaos you control a wizard. And I mean you can control the Pegasus as well, but you control the wizard and you can mount the Pegasus. And so
it's one of those things where, especially with you using some of these Spectrum games, it's not always the most clear.
So when you select it, it does give you an option to dismount the wizard.
Yeah, I thought I saw that.
I did leave that on screen for a few seconds just to make sure.
And I did see that it said dismount, but I was just double checking.
Yep.
And then I think me, Pika, and Rexy all blinked and you unlocked a door?
Oh, yeah. So when I was talking before about when I set the leaves on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you put them next to a door and you set fire to the door.
Then I had to end up going back on the replay on that one. Setting a door on fire, I guess that's one way to unlock it by completely decimating it.
Yeah, and then you put out the fire and you've got an opening.
A locked door must become unlocked. How it got unlocked is not important as long as you unlocked it.
Yeah, I did double check the rule.
With that description, burning the door down is sort of unlocking the door. It's also just destroying the door in the process, but
I did think no, surely this doesn't count as unlocking a door. I checked the rules.
Yeah, I mean the door's
unlocked.
As Nordic said in chat, the door is no longer locked. And then the last one was the ride a vehicle on fire, which
we had
a discussion about that. I think you were basically just like, well, I'm marking it off and we can talk later.
Yeah, I can, as you say, the rules do say I have to control the vehicle, and technically it's not on fire while I'm controlling it. So I agree with that one being overridden, I think.
Yeah, so I think that goal would be overruled and given to Floha. That being said, I'm just changing it around.
Technically, it is a rocket, and therefore it's always on fire.
I don't know.
I don't think we're counting that one.
That being said, that is still not nearly enough to overturn the match. So GG's to you, Duck.
GG's.
We've seen quite a few strong openings. I don't know if we've seen one quite as strong as your start, Duck. Yeah, I think it was like 7 goals within the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's Shenmue. It's not the Spectrum. It's Shenmue. Shenmue is the best start you can possibly have. Always.
Apparently, yeah. I've never played seen Shenmue.
It's really not. It's just in this case, it just happened to have 3 things you could do straight away.
Well, it worked out very well for you.
I could have built a campfire, but it takes 2 hours to get that far. Probably not the best idea.
Floha, some of the goals you went for. First of all of us were wrong with what you were doing a bike race in Wii Sports Resort. At first we thought you were gonna try to let them lap you. Then we thought that maybe on the course there was a rainbow somewhere. And then finally your character is exhausted. You pull out a water bottle out of nowhere. I'm like, oh my god.
I know, right?
That was such clever thinking. I thought that was awesome. Get a strike in bowling. Took you a couple of minutes to get it, but you got there eventually. But yeah, I think one of the things that really hurt you, Floha, was like you said, almost starting with Animal Crossing. I think Animal Crossing is definitely good because it got you 3 goals, but it was just a big time sink.
Yeah.
By the time you're done with Animal Crossing, I think Duck had 8 or 9 goals, so
yeah,
that made it a lot harder for you to. And then, of course, you had your tech issues, which didn't help. But
yeah, it was unfortunate. I don't know why. The weird thing is, I don't know. I really don't know. I am able to play GameCube games on my Wii,
but not
but
Wii games.
For whatever reason, Wii games don't seem to properly work.
Well, I hope that's something you get figured out for the next match. Because
I'll
the
have to
last
see
thing I
about
want
that.
is people losing because of tech issues like that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'll have to see about my audio. I didn't have any audio for the entire match, even though my audio was properly configured.
Weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were quite a few interesting goals that I saw. You guys were asking some interesting questions. I thought so. There was one point where both of you had pinged me to ask a question, and I genuinely thought you both were about to ask me the exact same question. So I went to Floha first. Floha, you had loaded up Mario Kart 8, and you were asking if I only needed 1 race or to lap you, or if all of them.
Yeah.
And I said 1. At the same time that you were loading Mario Kart 8, Duck was loading up their own racing game.
Hot Shot Racing, yeah.
Hot Shot Racing. And I'm like, are they gonna ask me the same question? Are they racing for the same thing? I'm very curious. What ended up happening there, Duck? Because you had asked about Cops and Robbers, about a game of tag, but then you never seemed to be able to do it.
For some reason, about halfway through the race, it would just go black and it just break. I don't know why. There's seems to be some problem either with the game or with my Xbox. So I couldn't do that in the end.
I just had an idea.
Yeah.
There's this tag battle in Mario Kart 8 in Deluxe. There's this where you have to run away from the cops, I guess, with the piranha plants
in battle mode.
Yes.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah,
that counts as. I guess that counts as tag.
Yeah,
that would.
Yep. So quite interesting.
I did think about using Hot Shot Racing for win a race after giving the other races a 1 lap head start as well, but I'm actually really bad at racing games, even though I like them. I thought I'm probably not going to be good enough for that.
Same. That's why I had to go for Mario Kart had to go for like Baby Park in Mario Kart 8 because you got the 7 rounds, and it's probably the easiest to just get lapped there and then, then still win the race.
Yep. So no Minecraft from either of you. No Terraria. None of the games that we had mostly been seeing, really. We saw pretty much a lot of games that we had not seen before. I think one of my favorite games that I saw, even though you ended up not getting any goals with a duck, was, and correct me because I'm going to butcher the name, but what was it? Mr. Masai Mayo Edition?
Mr. Masagi Mayo Edition.
Mr. Masagi Mayo Edition. With the classic question, is mayonnaise a percussion instrument? And I will have you know, I don't think I've ever been so unpopular with chat and my commentators when ruling that mayonnaise is not a percussion instrument.
What?
If it helps.
Quite a few people were like, if you bang on it, it's a percussion instrument. I'm like, well, then we start opening up a whole can of worms, so...
If it helps, it wouldn't have counted because it's not new game. It's
What if you broke into the can of worms? You know, is that an instrument?
They had quite a few interesting games. I'm not sure if I got all of the titles correct, but I think we saw Fast Food, Urban Upstart, Dizzy Prince of the Yoke Folk.
Mm-hmm.
As you said, Chaos, the Battle of Wizards. Quite a few interesting games there. And then Floha, we basically only saw 3 games from you. But all 3 of them ended up getting you quite a few goals. So.
Yeah, it was kind of unfortunate. I was planning on more, but, well.
That's how it goes in Lockout.
I did make the suggestion before, obviously not for this time round, but perhaps in a future edition, change the rule so that instead of maximum of 3 goals per game, make it minimum.
I think that would be way too. I think that would be way too difficult for people.
I think Floha would have absolutely thrashed me there, though.
I think that would be way too difficult for people because then you're having to go either potentially really, really deep into games or like that's just not something that I think would be realistic. Maybe you could do something like minimum 2 goals, but even then, I think that would be really hard to pull off. We had a huge conversation about the Spectrum Panda. I think it's fine to use. It's not that dissimilar from if someone just had like an Atari and just owned a bunch of Atari games. So.
I have only put 39 games on, and it turns out that 10 of them don't even work. So I'm down to 29 games on the Spectrum.
Oh, so there you go. So.
I do actually have a question all of a sudden,
yes.
unrelated to that. So, Doc, there's one point you played Spelunky, and for the goal you got for it was the box goal.
Yes.
And then you kept playing, but I don't think you got a second goal.
No, so
what were you trying to go for?
I was looking to see if there was. I knew there was water in a later world, and a big enemy. I wasn't sure if it was a shark or not. So I was looking to see if it was a shark.
Right.
It turns out it's just a giant fish, which is not quite a shark.
Yeah. Yeah, GG's to both of you.
Can't believe I did not get to defeat someone with a sword.
Well, it happens.
I mean, I own like I have like 5, at the very least 5 different Fire Emblem games I could use for that.
True. Fire Emblem probably wouldn't actually be a bad series to utilize during Blind Bingo.
I mean, we've seen dragons to use it before.
Yeah, I do believe dragons did use Fire Emblem, yes.
The thing about Zelda games, Panda, is they have a very slow start most of the times. You need like 5 or 10 minutes until you obtain a sword at the very least, and then until you find like the first monsters that you can actually defeat, it's like another 5 or 10 minutes. That's why I think Zelda games are not as strong. But that's just my personal opinion.
I think it's possible that they could be, especially some of the old school ones, like maybe Link to the Past or even OG Zelda one. But I mean, OG Zelda one, you get a sword in what, like 30 seconds?
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
But yeah, any other final thoughts? I was gonna say.
GG's to Doug. I'm looking forward to see tomorrow who I'll be facing in the losers bracket, and hope I've got a little bit. I've got some more chances in the loser bracket, and I'm not going to get destroyed immediately like today.
My advice is definitely try to figure out what's going on to get Wii games on your Wii, and possibly make sure you have games installed. I know there was one game you said you wanted to use that wasn't installed. I think what was it, Persona 5?
Yeah.
Maybe get that installed.
Yeah.
But on that note, as Floha had said, we have 2 matches tomorrow, back to back. Early in the morning for the US. I think it's about noonish for Europe, maybe a little early afternoon. I'm not sure exact times for Europe, so
I can confirm that the times, so for tomorrow's matches, so first we've got Prosec versus Nordic, so at indeed 8 a.m. EDT, then 13 BST, 14 CEST, and then just a couple hours after, we've got Boo versus Tricro, so starting 10 a.m. EDT, or 15 BST, or 16 CEST. So it's it's basically back to back. So it's gonna be an entire, basically entire afternoon of generic bingo for Europeans. That good morning and early afternoon of generic bingo for American viewers in here. It's gonna be a lot. So definitely tune in for those matches. And if anyone else, I don't think anyone. I think you guys have said everything you had to say, so I'm just gonna get started with our raid here. But before we go raid, I just want to remind everyone, you can see the reminder on the screen itself. We have our dates for Bingothon Summer 2024, which will be on June 14th to the 17th, and we've got the submissions opening in actually just a few days, in basically a week from now, on the 20th of April, and they will be ongoing until May 19th. So if you've got any submissions you want to get ready for this marathon, don't hesitate to get them ready soon. With that said, thank you everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow with more generic bingo goodness. See you all soon.